You probably clicked on this video because of the thumbnail, but listen closely, watch this until the very end. And by the time we hit 1 minute mark, your entire perspective on women will change forever, because what if I told you that everything you think you know about love is a lie you've been told? That women fall for the nicest guy, the richest guy, or the best looking guy, but the truth, women don't love men, at least not in the way you think. They don't fall for your face, your money, or even your personality. They fall for something deeper, more primal, more psychological. And if you don't understand it, you'll always feel like love is some kind of mystery you can't solve. But by the end of this video, you won't just understand how women think, you'll know how to make them feel something so powerful they'll never forget you. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you, a free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook. It reveals the hidden secrets to making any woman crave you. Grab it now, link in the description or pinned comment. Let's dive in. Sign 1. Women don't love you. Don't love you, they love how you make them feel. Let me tell you a secret that most men will never understand. Women don't love you, not your face, not your wallet, not even your personality. What they love is how you make them feel. That's right, love to a woman is not a solid structure built on logic and reason. It's a storm, an experience, an emotional high that she never wants to come down from. You could be the most handsome, successful, well-dressed guy in the room, but if she doesn't feel something powerful when she's around you, she'll forget you faster than yesterday's news. Psychologists call this emotional imprinting. It's the reason a woman can meet 2 men on the same day. One who says all the right things but bores her, and another who teases her, challenges her, and makes her laugh until she can't breathe. And guess who she'll be thinking about that night? It's not fair, right? You could be the better choice, the safer option, the more loyal man, and yet she'll always choose the man who makes her feel alive. This is where most guys fail. They try to impress her with accomplishments, they try to convince her with logic, but the men who women actually obsess over, they create an emotional roller coaster, a mix of tension, excitement, mystery, and comfort. They make her chase the high. Ever wondered why women always go back to their exes even when they swear they're done? It's not because of who he is, it's because of how he made her feel. Sign 2. The more you chase, the more you chase, less she feels. Let me ask you something. Have you ever sent a text and waited hours for a reply? Have you ever felt that slow burning anxiety, wondering if she's losing interest? Now flip it around. Have you ever had someone too available for you, someone who texted back instantly, someone who said yes to everything you asked? How did that make you feel? Women are wired for anticipation. A man who is always there, always texting, always available creates zero tension, and tension is what makes attraction electric. Here's a harsh truth. When a man chases, he destroys the very thing that could make her fall for him. It's human psychology. We don't value what we already have. We crave what we might lose the minute she knows she has you. Her brain relaxes, and when her brain relaxes, attraction fades. This is why high-value men never chase, they lead. They let a woman come to them, and when she does, they don't give her everything at once. They create mystery. They make her wonder, because the second she stops wondering about you, she starts forgetting. Women don't want a nice guy. You sign 3. Women don't want a nice guy, they want an unshakable man. Let's talk about the nice guy epidemic. You see, women say they want a nice guy, but what they really mean is they want a man who is kind but not weak. A lot of guys make this mistake. They think being nice means saying yes to everything. They think it means never disagreeing, never taking the lead, never standing their ground. But let me ask you this: would you respect a man who never challenges you? Would you trust a leader who always bends? Of course not. Because here's the secret: women are drawn to strength, not physical strength. Emotional strength, the kind of man who doesn't flinch under pressure, the kind of man who doesn't beg for approval, the kind of man who can walk away from anyone, even her, if he has to. This is why women are addicted to stoic men. A man who isn't reactive, a man who stays calm in chaos, a man who, when she tests him, because she will test him, doesn't fold like wet paper. A woman doesn't need another friend, she doesn't need a therapist, she needs a man who stands firm when everything else is shaking. Sign 4. Love is a game of perception, not reality. Love is a game of perception, not reality. Let's talk about one of the biggest illusions in love, the idea that people fall for each other based on reality. You might think a woman falls for you because of who you or what you do or how you treat her, but here's the hard truth: she's not falling in love with you. She's falling in love with the story she's created about you in her mind. Psychologists call this cognitive projection, the tendency for people to project their own emotions, desires, and expectations onto others. When a woman Meets you, she's not experiencing you as you actually are, she's experiencing you through a lens of perception shaped by her past, her insecurities, her fantasies, and her subconscious beliefs. This is why a woman can go from being deeply in love to completely indifferent seemingly overnight. It's not that you changed, it's that her perception of you changed, and perception is everything. Think about it like this. Have you ever heard a woman describe a guy she's obsessed with? She'll say things like, he's so mysterious, he just gets me. Control perception. I can't stop thinking about him. Now, take the same guy and put him in a different context, one where he's too available, too predictable, too desperate, too please. Suddenly she'll start saying things like, he's kind of boring, I feel like I've outgrown him, something is just off. The man didn't change the frame, did. A woman's emotions don't respond to logic, they respond to the narrative in her mind, and here's where most men go wrong. They let that narrative develop randomly without any control. They don't shape how she perceives them, they let her emotions dictate everything, and once she mentally places you in the safe or predictable category, it's game over. So, how do you control perception? Simple. You become the source of emotional contrast. Unpredictability creates fascination. If she always knows what you'll do next, she'll stop wondering about you, and the moment she stops wondering, she stops feeling. Emotional highs and lows create attachment. If a woman only experiences comfort with you, you become background noise. But when you give her moments of deep connection mixed with moments where she's unsure of what you're thinking, she can't stop coming back. Scarcity creates value. If you're always available, your presence loses weight. When she has to earn your time, she values it more. Women don't stay with the most logical choice. They stay with the choice that keeps their mind engaged, and if you can shape how she perceives you, you shape how she loves. Emotional safety. You sign 5. If she feels safe, she'll never leave. After everything we've covered, the emotional highs, the mystery, the perception, there's one final truth about love that overrides everything else. At her core, a woman doesn't stay because of how much she loves you, she stays because she feels safe. Now, I'm not just talking about physical safety, that's a given. I'm talking about emotional safety, the deep subconscious certainty that when she's with you, she's protected both from the outside world and from her own emotional chaos. Think about it like this: women are naturally more emotionally fluid than men. Their emotions shift like the tide. One day they're passionate and obsessed, the next they're distant and unsure. This isn't manipulation, it's biology. Their brains process emotion differently, which means their feelings are always in motion, and in a world where her emotions are constantly shifting, the one thing she craves more than anything, a man who is unshakable. This is where the true power of Stoicism comes in. Most men think being emotionally strong means being distant or emotionless. That's wrong. The strongest men aren't cold, they're consistent. A woman feels safe when she knows you don't break under pressure, you don't lash out when things go wrong, you don't let her emotions dictate your emotions. Think about the most attractive men in history. The men women wrote love letters to, chased for years, never got over. They weren't just physically strong or rich, they had a presence, a deep, calm, steady energy that made a woman feel like nothing could shake them. That's the kind of man women stay loyal to, the man who, even when she's having one of her worst days, still carries himself with grace and control. Now, here's where most men screw up. When a woman gets emotional, they either try to fix her emotions, which makes her feel like she's not being heard, get emotional back, which makes her feel like she has to manage your feelings instead of her own. Both of these kill attraction. The right move: stay calm, stay present, stay firm. If a woman tests you, throws a tantrum, or gets irrational, the worst thing you can do is panic. The best thing you can do: hold your ground and stay relaxed. This doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect, it means you show her through your actions that no matter what storm she's going through, you are the one constant she can rely on. And when a woman realizes that she won't just love you, she won't just desire you, she'll never want to leave you, because at the end of the day, the women who stay, the ones who never lose interest, never stray, never stop being in love, are the ones who have found a man who makes them feel safe in a way no other man can. This is Stoic Guide. If you found this valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the strategies that put you ahead. Stay sharp, stay stoic, and let them chase